This old man walked up in there, put his stuff on the conveyor belt, and he said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, "How do you find God?" I looked at him and I'm like, "Bro, all these pastors and chaplains around here, why would you come ask me that?"
Prison Stories 101. Man, we are back with another one. We got him right back in the building. Once again, nice Gizzle, man. What's good?
Yes, sir. Wow, what's down?
Come on, man. You know how we do it, man. Every time that we get back together, I always like to catch up on what you've been doing, how's things been going. The fans want to know how the movie's coming along, and how fan interaction has been for you out in the public.
It's crazy, bro, because I really can't go too many places without somebody recognizing me. And just earlier, right before I even got over here, I walked into the gas station and stuff, and a dude was in the back. He was getting some liquor, and he just threw his hands up, talking about, "Gizzle, my nigga Gizzle." I looked at him like, "Nigga, do I know you?" I'm like, "Nigga, I don't even know." This nigga here tripping. So I walked up to the counter, so he walked up to me, "Man, give me some love, baby." So I don't want no smoke. Cause I see how you be looking at stuff when you be on Real Life Street Stars and all this. Like you want to kill somebody and shit. I be like, "Oh, okay, what's up?" So, I shook his hand, whatever, took a picture with the dude or whatever and shit, and just pushed down. He was just like, "Yeah, we loving what you're doing for the city, man. We loving it, man." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "That's what's up."
That's real. So with that being said, we got to keep on feeding them, man. We got to keep on feeding them. How's everything going with the movie? If you want to speak on the success rates, trials and tribulations, if you want to jump into that.
All I'm gonna say is, it's coming along. You know what I'm saying? I done ran into a few snags and stuff, but what's a few trials without tribulations, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna get it. I'm almost there. We right there at the finish line. So, be looking out for when money ain't enough.
Let's talk about movies. Give me your top five movies. Favorites.
My favorites. Let me see. Baby Boy.
Okay.
I don't know, I like a lot of action and, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Which character do you cater yourself to in Baby Boy?
Ben Rain.
I about to say, I see this nigga hopping around the kitchen. You a hop around the kitchen ass looking at that nigga, goddamn. Pause on all that. But Ving Rhames, shout out to Omar Gooden, who came through Real Life Street Stars, held us down on that. Shout out Tyrese, you know what I'm saying? Those are all good guys. I want to get to it though, man. We do these prison stories, again, we don't do it to glorify, but we try to talk about those who have been incarcerated and, of course, everything that they've been through and the experiences. And one thing that we don't touch on enough, and I want to kind of get your take on, is I want to jump back into the topic of religion and, church, and I can't even say church and state because, you're owned by the state, but church and religion and how that plays into not only the prisoners, but the penitentiary system as a whole.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You got a lot of people that go in there and actually find God. But then you got a lot of people that go up in there and hide behind that Bible. They hide behind whatever religion they claiming, whether it be Muslim, Christianity, you know what I'm saying? All these other different type, some people hide behind them. Because let's be real, everybody need protection. You know what I'm saying? Some people mad at themselves for the things they did and they want to get out of it. But for some people, that's momentarily. And when they get out, they throw the Bible in the trash. And for some, they keep going with it and they don't look back. You know what I'm saying? For me, it took me about 6 years in my bed before I actually started talking to God. You know what I'm saying? I was just on my foolish run, you know what I'm saying? Stabbing niggas and fighting and doing whatever I needed to do to survive. Cause at this point, I'm mad at God, I'm mad at everybody, cause I felt, and you know, I took my lick, but at the same time, I felt like I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, one night I just got tired, went in my cell. You know, I was punching on the walls and stuff. I was literally crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was tired, you know what I'm saying? Cause like every day, who wants to sleep with a knife? Who wants to sleep, you know what I'm saying? Take a shower, you butt naked and got 5, 6 niggas around you and shit, knifed up and shit, trying to have your back. You can't enjoy nothing. You know what I'm saying? After a while, the shit get old. And then at the drop of a dime, even if you ain't beefing with somebody, they might just tell you, hey, go run him up. His time is up. Go get him. You know what I'm saying?
You said 5 or 6 niggas trying to have your back or trying to have your back?
No, trying to have my back. Like
I got your back.
Yeah, like
okay.
You walk with security, basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Like your homies is your security. Because if you get caught lacking, like these rappers out here getting caught lacking and stuff,
yeah.
In prison, you don't want to get caught lacking. So when you go to the shower, you don't go by yourself. You'll tell a homie or two and be like, hey man, I'm finna go shower, man. So, watch my back. They're gonna stand in front of that shower, you know what I'm saying, in front of that door while you shower until you're done. Because ain't no telling who gonna run up in there.
Is the shower the most vulnerable place to catch a person?
Man, it's one of the worst places to catch you. I mean, because if you naked, and when I say not just naked, but naked without your weapon and shit, you out of there.
Nigga.
You out of there.
Damn.
But most niggas tie they strap to their genitals. You know what I'm saying? And you know how them punks be tucking and all that. Nigga gonna tuck that and shit just to, you know what I'm saying, just to get through.
That's how bad he might want somebody. He gonna walk with the tuck just so he could take you out.
True, but at the same time, those are called floaters. Floaters are plastic or anything that can get through a metal detector. Because in the feds, when you enter the USPs and shit, you got metal detectors on the yard, you got metal detectors on your dorms. So as soon as you coming in, you gotta go through it. So if that thing goes off and shit, oh, that's your ass. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want no knife shot.
Yeah.
You don't want no knife shot. So they came up with a floater. A floater is anything that you can make that can hurt somebody that's not made of steel. And you're gonna tuck it and walk around with it all day. But you don't wanna make it obvious. So some people gonna strap it to their genitals, you know what I'm saying? Put it inside their boxes or take their clothing and stuff and re-sew them and sew a little patch in where they can just slide it in.
Yeah. And again, you told the story about, being stabbed before. Like, that's not a feeling that, I know some boys probably rather be shot than take a knife and twist it up.
Yeah, because that bullet it's gonna burn for that second, but that knife, yeah, that's a sensation you ain't trying to have.
All right. Well, I hate to have gotten so far off topic, but you were speaking on the religion aspect as far as protect. Go ahead.
So, I'm in the cell, I'm punching the walls until my hands is bloody. You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking God, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of living like this, and I know you ain't bring me this far to just leave me here, And just as clear as day, it's like he went to talking to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I gave you all this talent. I gave you all these skills and stuff, and look what you're doing with it. Look what you're doing. It's like the one thing I didn't take from you is choice. So it's your choice to run around here and be a damn fool. I ain't gonna stop you, but just know there's a consequence behind every action you make. So I said, I don't wanna live like this no more. So I fasted for 7 days. Never left my cell. I didn't eat, I didn't drink nothing. And then it just came to me. And then that's when I started writing. It was my outlet.
What were the first things you started writing?
I actually wrote a cartoon. A children's cartoon.
Like a comic strip or yeah.
Well, actually it wasn't like a comic strip. It was a 30-page book, children's book, illustrated children's book. Because at the time I was drawing too. So I was just making little figures and stuff like that. So this Muslim cat I knew, you know what I'm saying, named Snackball Akbar, he came up to me one day and he said, hey, because you know I had Buku Jack magazines in my shit, you know what I'm saying? So he's like, I trade you.
Yeah.
I say, trade me what? So he handed me the Quran, handed me a bunch of booklets and stuff. He said, read this and stuff, and I'm gonna take this. I said, man, you done lost your damn mind. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? But one day I was just like, he's like, I give you $50 worth of commissary. Okay. I ain't gonna turn down no money with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He said, but when I come to you, you gotta give me something to let me know that you actually reading this stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just started reading and all this other type of stuff. And, you know, it kind of changed my perspective on a whole lot of stuff.
Do you read in the Quran?
I went through the Quran. I went through the Bible. I done read both of them back and forth. And to be honest with you, they ain't too much far from each other.
Right. So you one night you're just sitting in your cell. You go through a fast. You decide to go through a fast. You go through this fast. You hear God speak to you? Did you hear God answer your questions? What was that sound like?
Clear as day.
What did it sound like?
I can't explain it because it wasn't like nothing echoing out the walls or nothing like that. But it was like a voice inside me talking to me inside me. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, he said, you're not here for what you did wrong. He said, you're here for what you neglected to do. And that kind of stumped a mud hole in me. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes. I want to, and again, for those who do religion and, go Muslim, go Christian, I guess you could say Catholic. Mm-hmm. What other religions exist out there in regards?
In prison?
Yes.
You got all kinds of religions and stuff. I mean, you got Buddhism, you got Christianity, you got Mormons, you got Muslims, and then even within the Muslim ranks, you got different sections. You know what I'm saying? 5%ers, Shiites, it's all in there, you know? Now, all these different organizations might not be that big. Muslims are the biggest ones on any compound you're gonna go to.
Right. Now, they do their 5 prayers a day. Do the guards respect, do the jails respect that?
Everybody's gonna respect it or it's gonna be a war.
Right.
When they go make salat,
yeah,
life goes on, but they're gonna find a quiet spot and take turns making salat. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have people standing guard behind them to make sure nobody interrupt them while they making their Zuhr prayer or whatever prayer it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen religion get somebody taken out of here, like because they rep their religion so hard that, like almost like gangs, like you rep a gang so hard, you rep your religion this hard that,
But they go hand to hand. It's like the same thing. Instead of praising Crips, Bloods, and GDs and shit, you praising God. You praising the higher power. Because that's all we doing in the streets when we gang banging. A flag, a color. People, everybody wants something to believe in. And even if they can't see it, they want to believe in it so hard that they will pretty much die for it. You can't tell them nothing. Once it's embedded in that person's heart and their mind that this what it is, you ain't gonna be able to tell them nothing different.
You think that's why it's so easy to get the youth, because they're looking for that ego. They're looking to build that ego. They fill it with that.
Exactly, but they're getting theirs from the internet. That's their God. The internet is their God. And whatever this internet is displaying in front of them and teaching them, they're gonna take it and run with it. That's the law.
Okay, so you hear from God. You're at 7 days. You have your fast. You hear from God. You start writing. What were the next things that you did, that you found yourself getting more involved in as you are, I guess, starting your Christian?
Well, at first I had to denounce myself from gang activity and all the stuff that I was in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they be like, okay, whoop-de-doo, you find God, all right. Grab your strap and go over here and run this dude up, or this dude violated and stuff. I need you to do this, or somebody come at you, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the hardest things for a person to do, to detach himself from gang life activity once you find a higher power.
Did you have to fight some dudes? Did they start sending people after you?
No, because I was already respected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they already know I was gonna die for whatever I believed in anyway. So when I said enough was enough, I'm Gucci on all this.
Mm-hmm. Man. So now.
But then it could have turned out different, I can't lie. If it was some younger dudes there that just got there and haven't done that much time with me and didn't know me like that, they probably would have felt some type of way. And they would have took it to the yard and there would have been a discussion and they would have did what they wanted to do, plot on me and bake me a cake. But I got lucky, or it is what it is. You know, what's meant is what's meant. You know, they respected my mind, but even so, when they needed me, I was still there because I'm on that type of time as long as I'm locked up. But for now, I'm in my cell, I'm trying to find myself, and I suggest y'all leave me be, or y'all gonna have to just run me up. But I'm not going without a fight, and they know this.
Did you start going to church on Sundays and attending
I started going to church on Sundays in the day room, wherever they was having it at.
So you went from always being in the yard, always be to did you slowly transition, or did you just make a complete change after this fast?
I mean, it was slow. It was a slow transition, but still, even so, it wasn't to the point where 24/7, I'm just running around here, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Nah, it wasn't like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that at all, you know? But I just wasn't with the foolishness no more. And I had to start thinking for myself rather than think for the next man and the next man, because that's all you have to do. Yeah. Everything's a chess move. It's a calculated step if you want to keep breathing.
Yeah, that's real. Let's get to it. I got to get your take, man. Blueface, he just got out, man. First of all, what are your thoughts when you see someone like a Blueface do? I think he did a year and some months. I don't think he was in there for more than 2 years. What's your thoughts? Because you done did a lot of time, and before we get into details of it,
man, Cuz is a clown, man. He a clown. You know what I'm saying? And when you celebritize like that and you go into the system after doing all of what he done, you're not going to be in population like that without protection. You're not. You're worth too much money. You work too much. They're not going to let it go down like that. Man. In a year, that ain't nothing. You can pitch that. You can go to sleep for 6-7 months and then be down there over with. That ain't nothing.
Man, all right, so let's get to it. Blueface was in there. I just want to speak on your thoughts on him getting tattoos on the face. A lot of inmates get tattoos while they're in prison. He already had a bunch of tattoos. He started getting a lot of tattoos on his face. Krishan.
She did the same thing.
I mean, but she free. What are your thoughts on those inmates that's getting just their face tatted up?
I mean, hey, you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating. That's all on you how you want. That's all I could say, really, because, I got buku tattoos when I was in there. I ain't get nothing in my face. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I know where I'm going. I know what I plan to do. And I know that none of that would suffice. But I was never a follower in the first place.
That's what I'm gonna ask. What does, when you see someone that get a face tattoo, what does that represent? Like, does that make someone more dangerous? Does that make them more like intimidating? Does it work?
I mean, it might look that way depending on what it is in your face. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that shit don't scare me.
Hey, can you tell me about a time a tattoo went wrong or got infected or just like spelled wrong? Somebody's girl's name got infected,
We not in the feds. We not in the feds. We in the county now. Okay. Now this one dude, we knew he was a pedophile. You hear me? We knew he was a pedophile. He all over the fucking news. He all over the news. So he in the court fighting and going back and forth. You know, they out there protesting. They want him to get the death penalty and all this stuff, right? So he's I don't know what he is, Indian or he's something of that nature, right? So the white boy, they call him Ghost. He's the one doing most of the tats on our wing. He didn't like him at all. And at first he wasn't gonna tattoo him, but he said, if I tattoo him, I'm gonna charge his ass up. So he wanted his mother's name on his back, along with a picture. Okay. He charged him $1,700 for that tattoo. And he paid it.
In commissary or like?
He put half in commissary and half on his books. Somebody put it on his books. So he goes into the cell and everybody watching out while they in there tattooing, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? When this dude came out of this room and he just all proud of his shit, he flexing and he looking, he trying to look at the back, but he can't see, right? Dude tattooed a big ass dick on his back with some wings.
Oh man, nigga got him like that? Got him like that?
Got him like that, bro. Yeah.
That's how it goes sometimes, man.
Hey, what's the worst infection you done seen? Tattooed like I know they do piercings or whatever. What's the worst infection?
The worst infection I ever seen is when I told y'all about the dude putting the dominoes in his dick.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst. He got gangrene from that shit.
Second to worst.
Second to worst?
Yeah, that was bad.
Second to worst, the dude got, I don't know, man. Like, people get all kind of infections and shit, staph infections and shit. Like, dude tried to tattoo over something that he already had and it just formulated something else and it just busted and just, you know.
Like, you're going through your skin, you know, you're going through, you know, you don't have a lot of stuff to just clean, to just keep you sanitized, right?
Yeah, but then if you're not a clean person, it's gonna make it worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't wash your face every day. You don't get up and clean your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You in a populated prison full of all type of people. You don't know what they got. You don't even know what's on this bed you laying on. You know what I'm saying? These sheets, none of that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I done seen some stuff, but I can't really say what the worst is other than what I told y'all, because I done seen some stuff.
Now, when it comes to, I want to touch on this pedophile thing. Like, when it comes to pedophiles, when they get in there, can you explain to me, like, what? Because I know that there's no respect for a pedophile in prison.
Not at all.
But can you tell me, like, how they make life hard for them?
In the county or in prison?
I mean, in prison. Well, and both.
In prison, you're not going to get off that bus if you're smart, because they're going to give you, if you go into the feds and you're a pedophile, you're going to have to show paperwork within 30 days of being there. If it comes out that you even was talked of having that type of case, it's going to be so many broomsticks rammed up your ass, it ain't funny. You're going to get life flighted off that bitch. They're going to kill you. We're not going to play with you, because we all feel like, that could have been my girl. You're right. That could have been my daughter. That could have been my mama. You heard me? So No, ain't no respect, no love, ain't no second chance at none of that. You know what I'm saying? So what they do, they tell you, do not get off this bus if you a pedophile. Do not get off this bus if you in this gang because this type of gang is here. Do not get off this bus if you ratted on somebody, got a 5K1, blase. You're gonna have to go around. You're gonna have to go to a step down program. And this yard, if you're not going to a medium, low, or a camp where ain't nobody gonna fuck with you because everybody got something to lose, you're gonna go to a step down program. And that's why all the rats, pedophiles, and all that set, they're gonna have to get along with each other and stuff because there's nowhere else for you to go.
But when you say don't get off the bus, I mean, ain't no choice. You got to get off the bus, right? I mean, you get off and run.
Get off the bus, but you're not going to go into this unit. I mean, to this this farm and think you finna walk around here and you're gonna survive. You're not. So to save your life, because they're going to attempt to save your life by warning you, everybody know who you are. Or if they don't know, in 30 days, they're going to know by their paperwork. So what they're going to tell you is, don't get off this bus. When everybody get off this bus, we're going to take you and put you in seg. We're going to seg you for a little while till we find somewhere to put you. And you're going to end up driving around, riding around, going to all these different prisons till they find somewhere you can go.
Yeah, that's real. I have to ask in regards to, and again, back to Blueface. There's some pictures that were sent out that he was like busting the splits, like doing all kind of wild poses. I don't know if it was AI. I don't know if it's real. I think he addressed it on DDG's.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I hope it ain't so. Jeez, but it does get me into the question of those penitentiary poses.
That is definitely not a penitentiary pose. Unless you's a hoe,
God damn. Why people always rag on the penitentiary pose? Like, there's like, the kneel down, how, like, was that always like, is that always a thing as far as how you supposed to pose when you in the penitentiary? Because you can't show them that you're doing bad, because it's for family and stuff. You can't show them that you're doing bad, but you can't show them that you just got it made either. But some people do show them that like they own.
Yeah, because if you came down there with a bag, your people already know that. They already know that. So you can't fake the funk. Versus the nigga that go down there and shit, he hustling, he got it going on, he got a gambling addiction and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or he like them boys, he like to pay for booty or whatever the fuck he into. Buying cell phones, buying pussy, whatever he into. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play the game how it go. You know what I'm saying? You know how your people is, and you know what they say to make them come off that bread. Man, these niggas down here talking about they gonna kill me. Them same niggas you talking about sitting right next to you talking about, man, get some more money. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Because you gotta have it, and they want you to have it because you funding their hustle.
Come on.
So if we gotta play this role and get you on the phone and act like it's a phone check, well, that's what's gonna happen and shit. But when that bread come in and shit, nigga, we all eating off you.
Come on. Yeah, that's some real shit. So let me ask, when you took your prison photos, if you took them, who'd you send them to?
Well, I was married at the time and shit. I ended up divorcing my wife.
He laughed. Damn.
I don't even want to talk about that, bro. I don't even want to put no salt on the old wounds because I know she probably gonna be watching this shit. So I'm gonna leave that where it's at. Let's just say, yeah, we got divorced. Let bygones be bygones. I got a beautiful baby out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But I used to send her pictures and shit. And of course, homies out there in the street. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let them know, yeah, I'm out here, I'm doing my thing and shit. These niggas ain't fucking with me up in here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see me, I'm posted up. You know, I got my man BG right here, Big Meech right here. We all flicked up. You know what I'm saying? And niggas like Big Meech and shit, he charging niggas for pictures.
Oh, that's a hustle. That's a hustle too.
Yeah, he charging $5 a picture and shit. Niggas paying that shit. You know, man, I was with Big Meech. I'm out here with Big Meech. That's the big homie.
That's crazy. That's a crazy hustle, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna charge $5. Hey, $5 for that
all
pic.
kind of hustles down there. You know what I'm saying? Like Gates said, you know what I'm saying? Dick riding ain't free. Yeah. Give me my dick back. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is paying to do whatever they need to do down there.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right there, but I'm assuming you're talking about the worst. That's horrible. I ain't listen to that Kevin Gates song. Shit. I ain't heard it. But damn, but I hear you though. I'm assuming.
You gotta go listen to the song. It's called Stutter.
Okay.
I stutter? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I gotta go back to the lyrics. Like, all right, damn. All right.
He basically saying, you know what I'm saying, get my dick back because dick riding ain't free. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to be on my dick and all this
much,
shit.
yeah.
Woo. But in prison, if you a high-powered celebrity, that's how it is.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, even if you braid it up and shit, you still gonna, if a hustler's mentality is in you, you're gonna hustle and find a way to do it anywhere you at. Yeah. It don't matter how much money I got on my books. I'm down there selling sheets of fucking K2. I'm doing all kind of shit.
You mentioned buying pussy. So guards, COs would sell they pussy at times? They like, or men would just offer.
Right one. Hey, bro, look. Many of these women and stuff that get these jobs and stuff, they still human. They still human. And although they trying to do their ate and skate and stuff, they might not be getting it at home. Some of them married, some of them ain't. Some of them got a man, some of them don't. Some of it don't even matter what they got at home. When I'm at work, this is what I'm on. Watching that meat, I'm fading.
Nympho.
You know what I'm saying? Find a nigga get in my ear and he talking that, he writing these kites and this and that. Well, this is how, they do more time than we do. Although they're the police officers, they're doing just as much time as we're doing because they got to be there with us every single day.
That's right. No, definitely. Now, of course, not to reopen old wounds. How was whenever you send those photos out? How was those received? There's always like, thank you for letting me know you're doing good, or hey, I saw you. I saw your pictures. You look like you're healthy in there. You working out. Like, how do those photos be received whenever you send them to your loved ones, your partners, whatever?
I don't know.
They never, phone call like, hey, you don't make sure they got them.
But you don't want to waste your phone call talking about that shit. You ain't got but 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So shit, you hey man, you get this, such this now. I need you to go holler at such, put such on 3-way, let me do this. You trying to get all that shit out the way.
Yeah, got the whole play.
I sent you the picture, so I don't even give a fuck about what you even think about them hoes and shit. Yeah. But I'm letting you know what it is, and yeah, I'm surviving, I'm living this shit. So if somebody walk out this door right now talking about, yeah, your man's in there taking all kind of dick, and ooh, this and that, he po, he ain't getting no food. He ain't nourished or nothing. He dying up in here and stuff. I'm showing you that ain't what's out. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas just don't even do it for that. They just like to flex. They just like to flex.
I want to go over to Pooh Shiesty. He just came home. Tell us what is that feeling of being released, like a Pooh Shiesty. I know last time you spoke on Big Meech and how he was confused when he got out. Some people do not do that much time, maybe do like 3 to 5 years, and get out and they right back to where they left off. What is that feeling of like sitting down for that smaller stretch and getting out back to what you was on?
Shit, it's a wonderful feeling. It's just like what's your man name? From Atlanta, who just got out. What's his name? Not Young Thugger. The other one.
Shit, which one?
Yeah.
Woody?
He be doing all that singing and shit.
Gunna?
Not Gunna.
Goddamn.
Not Gunna. I wouldn't dare speak his name.
Yeah, goddamn.
Anyway, you know what I'm saying? It's like this. If you do a short stretch and people really holding you down like you're supposed to, it's like, it's a wonderful feeling to get out, but you don't respect the feeling that you had coming to prison because you ain't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't learned that. Versus me going and losing every motherfucking thing and have to build from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's real.
Being gone for 10 years and come out and stuff and people talking in their ear and all this type of stuff. It's a wonderful feeling to get out, but then at the same time, you shouldn't have been looking around like, I mean, it's been 3 years and I'm still fucked up about some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm still learning. It's like a baby learning to walk again.
That's real.
When it comes to, because you have a musical talent, when it comes to music, how difficult it was to do music back in the day. You didn't have the internet, so to speak, with where you can just go on YouTube, listen to some beats or something like back in the day. You had
That's
to know
one of the
those
things
producers.
I'm still trying to learn because I don't understand it. This what they call it, streaming and all this type of shit. I don't understand it. I don't even like it, bro. I don't even like it. You know what I'm saying? Because they basically raping artists is worse than they ever have. You gotta sell 1 billion damn streams and shit to get 5, 10 bands? Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. That's no Vaseline. That's straight rape.
You wouldn't watch a streaming show that was in prison, like some prisoners got a Twitch and they just streaming all day? You wouldn't? I mean, I know you, not saying you would watch it, but you don't think people want to watch that? Like, I just want to see what goes on all day in prison.
Yeah, you got some dudes like that. Yeah, because it's called being institutionalized. You got a lot of dudes that feel like they're never going home, and some of them ain't going home, and some of them don't want to go home. You know what I'm saying? I used to trip out about being locked up saying that this is it, and this is the hardest thing I ever do. But then after being out here for so long on this stretch, it's like, man, try being free. You think it's hard being locked up, nigga, y'all got it easy. Try being free. You got bills, you got people hounding you all day, you got haters, you don't know who to trust. You lose things at the drop of a dime. You think you own shit and you spending all this money in the world and you don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
People playing on your top all day long and shit like that. This is hard.
Yeah.
This is hard. So now I used to wonder why niggas be like, shit, they come up for parole and they ain't going nowhere. I'd rather go knock a guard out and catch some more time.
Nah, for real. For real.
Like, nigga, what's wrong with you, nigga? And I'm thinking because you probably a booty bandit. You stuck on a bar or something. Like, fuck what you want to stay in here? Nigga, I'm trying to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I understand now because it is hard being free. It's hard to walk a straight line and not be tempted. It's hard.
Yeah, no, it was Don Chief, Big Chief, for those that remember, had said, try doing 40 years in the free world. He said, I hear you did that, 25, 30 in the pen. He like, try doing 40 years in the free world. That's a hard situation. I kind of felt that's kind of based on what you're kind of singing to, is that it is a harder situation out here. But I would ask, just to add on to that, when someone does do 15, 20, maybe 30 years, and they do come into the free world, what type of help should they be getting to transition them to making it a little easier?
Everything.
Government, family, friends. I want to address
everything, because for the simple fact that it's like taking an etiquette class. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn something that you ain't had to do in 40 years, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's respecting somebody, whether it's going to a job, whether it's changing a diaper, whether it's taking kids to the park or staying away, staying in your lane and stuff. And it's so many lanes out here and shit. It's hard. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? In prison, the worst thing you got to worry about is getting killed. Other than that, you got it made. You got 3 hots in the cots. You got all the hustles you want. If you in the boys, you got that. If you got game and shit, you can spit to a female. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They got phones, they got tablets now. They got all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. Yeah. It's easy.
But
But when you come out here, this shit is hard. These 3 years that I've been out, bro, has been the hardest I've ever had to deal with. But every time somebody see me, they swear to God I'm doing the most. Because they see me all G'd up, new clothes, jewelry all the time, and this and that. But they don't see what the hell the battles that I'm fighting. They don't see it. And to go back to the religion thing, when I was at work yesterday, it fucked me up. This old man walked up in there, put his stuff on the conveyor belt, and he said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, "How do you find God?" I looked at him and I'm like, bro, all these pastors and chaplains around here, why would you come ask me that? Why would you ask me that? And he was just like, I really don't trust them. He said, "Do you trust them?" I say, "Bro, I can't tell you who to trust." He said, "Can I trust you?" I say, "Man, I'm a mere human being, bro. And believe me, I'm not the perfect human being. Nobody is." I say, "But if you're looking for God, He been inside you the whole time. You just gotta tap in, bro. Tap in."
Yeah. So you basically were able to answer his question. You came to the right person.
I guess so.
Already.
So I want to touch on, one thing that we don't speak on a lot, which is, reading is fundamental. A lot of time can get passed by putting a good book in your hand. Did you spend time reading at all?
It's funny you say that. Now I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna never repeat this again because it's kind of embarrassing. And then again, I don't give two fucks what nobody think about me no more. When I first went to prison, bro, I had a 6th grade education. I stopped going to grade. When I was in New Orleans and shit, all I wanted to do was shoot, run around, sell drugs, just be a gangster. Cause that's what it was out there. Gunsmoke City, Chopper City. When you got off that porch and stuff, you had to be a gangster. You died real early. So I made that count, even in school. You know what I'm saying? Got kicked out of every school. And ended up going to Delgado and to get a GED and didn't even succeed in that. So I gave up. Fuck it. I'm a street nigga, so I'm gonna stay in the streets. So education was reading and all that. It came to the point where I didn't know how to read. So imagine me signing for time and don't know what the hell I'm signing for. Imagine somebody sending you a letter telling you they love you or can't stand your ass and you don't know what you're reading. And then it gets worse when your kids start sending you stuff because they on this new shit, they speaking in emoji. They don't even write letters. My daughter write like a damn serial killer. She sent me a letter with 3 little emojis on it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Shit.
I get on the phone, like, what is this? And she go, all that meant this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm lost. I don't want to go out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hard times. Did you get a chance to work on your reading?
I did. Like I say, after a while, I got tired of being the knucklehead that I was. I started trying to get a GED. I went to all the classes. Mind you, I couldn't succeed. Not because I didn't want to this time, but we kept getting locked down. 3 months here, 6 months there. Somebody died here, somebody died there. Put a stop on it. You know what I'm saying? But I never let that stop me because I ended up, after half killing one of my sellers, and they got him out here, they sent me a good dude and stuff that wasn't ashamed to teach me nothing, wasn't putting me down and nothing. They taught me everything. You know what I'm saying? So once I started learning, I took off. So that might be why I'm so infatuated with writing books right now and movies and all this type of shit and poetry and shit, because back then that wasn't even me. I'm like one of them slave niggas and shit. Shit, get your damn hand cut off for reading. Read what?
So when you were first getting into more into God, what were you reading more, the Bible or the Quran? And what do you read now?
I don't know which one I would read that I read more than the other. When I was trying to find myself, I had my time when I didn't take my Shahada, so I didn't actually become a Muslim, but I didn't take those 7 articles of faith. I didn't recite those, but I studied them and everything before it. And then when I started finding out little things, I was like, nah, I'm gonna run away to Christianity. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And when I got to Christianity and stuff, I started reading it and cross-referencing stuff, going back in these encyclopedias and stuff, because those things still exist in prison.
Right.
Versus out here, the actual encyclopedia, they looking at you like, well, what's that, bro? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're like, oh, if you want to know this, go online. And then I'm like, go on what? You know what I'm saying? So the more I learned, the more I wanted to learn more, you know?
Right.
But even then, you would have forces that would try to stop you from doing it.
Right.
COs hating on you, coming in, turning over your cell, tearing up all your stuff, taking your books from you, throwing your stuff in the trash and stuff. Whatever they see you value the most, they're getting at you about that because they don't want to see you happy. Yeah. To them, you're a damn paycheck.
Governor Greg Abbott, I believe, just recently is doing something about taking Bibles, books, and especially the Bibles out of the jail system, stop them from circulation. So.
I mean, they might as well, took God out of schools. Mm-hmm. Took it. I mean, come on, man.
So what do you read now? So do you read when you go to church, or do you go to mosque, or do you?
I haven't done too much anything. I was going to church a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But I've been so busy here lately and stuff. Mm-hmm. I just pray to myself. I talk to myself and talk to God like that. I don't have a church home. You know what I'm saying? When I tried to find one, something went on in the church that made me crawfish back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's not an excuse, but it is what it is. When it's time for me to get back in that lane, in that zone, I will. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't finna sit up here and lie to you, talking about, oh yeah, every Sunday I'm in church and I'm doing this petty. No, I'm not doing all that. I'm busy, I'm working on my craft, I'm trying to be something, trying to build something. You know what I'm saying? I'm following the lead of whatever the Spirit is telling me to do.
Man, I got to get your take, because, you just spoke on something with the reading and, again, your education level going in. There was the saying that, if you want to hide something from a black person,
put it in the book.
Put it in the book. Yeah, what's your take on that?
That's the truth.
Damn.
It's the truth.
Damn. Harsh reality.
My grandmother, I used to stay with my grandmother at one time, right? And I was selling all the dope I can get my hands on. And niggas knew it. And I wasn't checking in with no damn body. You know what I'm saying? So they came to get me. I done had shootouts and been through this. So they knew I had to be hiding my money in the house where my granny stayed. So they kicked in the door one night, tore it up, cut up pillars, punch holes in the wall. They looked for their money all over the place because I wasn't buying no cars, I wasn't buying no jewelry. So they know I had to be sitting on it because I'm not showing my money. So they went to get it. They couldn't find it. And guess what I do with it? Well, I'm not gonna lie. My grandmother did it. She bought a whole nother Bible from the one she normally read, cut all the pages out of the middle of it and stuff, and every dollar that I gave her, she stuffed it in there and sold it in there.
Come on.
And they worked right past it every time.
Damn.
Didn't touch it.
That's how I go.
I almost lost my mind when I seen what they did to that damn house. But the Bible was untouched.
What book would you say outside of the Bible, the Quran, and other religious books is a powerful book that people were reading while they were,
Oh, man. If you're a player, you're going to read 50 Laws of Power. You know what I'm saying? If you're a person of intellect and you want to play games and physical, how you say it?
like psychological
games and warfare and shit like that, then you're going to read, what you call that?
Art of War.
The Art of War.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, it's some dudes up in there you don't want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is smart.
You can't play Jeopardy.
They in there soaking that shit up. They soaking that shit up like a sponge.
Damn. I believe you.
My first book that I read outside of the Bible was The Coldest Winter Ever. And that's what made me start writing novels and stuff. Cause I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Even though some of this stuff sounds far-fetched, shoot, I can write this, I can do that. And my cellmate was like, do it, nigga. Bet you can't do it. And I hate for somebody to tell me that. And I end up doing it. I started passing my script around and everybody talking about every time we get locked on, say, somebody tell Gizzle send me one of them scripts he got. When I seen they started bidding off of and josing off of my scripts, I knew I had something.
Right.
So I wrote my first book in prison and had it published in prison while I was in prison.
Man, that's real.
How many books do you have published right now?
4.
And they can get this on Amazon or?
And I'm on all platforms.
Yeah. Are you going to continue?
Now, I have over 100 books written, but
I was going to ask, are you going to continue to write more books?
Huh?
Are you going to continue to write more children's books? Are you going to continue to write more books in general?
Maybe later. Right now, I'm trying to focus on getting some of this content out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing these movies. I'm doing these. I got so many different things and lanes to go right now and stuff. I'm trying to get rid of some of the old so I can start on something new.
That's real. We definitely want to make sure we post the links to any of your current books to make sure that people, hone in and watch. But just, how we do these prison stories, man. We always try to, we don't want to encourage people going to prison. We always try to discourage anybody that feel like they out here taking penitentiary chances. There are other ways, and this show was to educate them about what may go down when they go sit down. It ain't all fun and games. It ain't all hunky-dory. But there is you be saying there's a life to have in prison, but it's not a life you want. So we always like to leave on a note to where you give a message to the young folks, man. Just let them know as far as those out here taking penitentiary chances, man, what they're giving up, what they're losing, and what kind of jobs might be waiting for them in prison, because they feel like, I'm going to go be a rapper. I don't know if a rap career is going to last in prison.
Anything that you can find out in these streets, you can find it 3 times fold in prison. But the worst part about that is it's going to cost you 3 times much to keep it.
Not even
when
to get
I was
it,
in
to
the
keep
feds,
it. That's crazy.
To keep it. When I was in the feds, I had all kind of jobs they had me doing, sweating like a Hebrew slave. I was making 33 cents a day, not an hour, a day.
Let that sink in. So
people wonder why I go do 18 and 20 hour gigs and stuff like that. Well, you crazy, man. You got to have a life and this and that. If I could sit in prison for 10 to 12 years and work for 33 cents a freaking day, I can come out here and ball. That's why every time I can't find a job, man, I don't even want to talk to you. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. You tripping. I'm a 4-time loser. And I'm out here doing the most. You niggas ain't got no records, no nothing. Some of y'all ain't got a traffic ticket. And you talking about you can't find no damn job. You don't want one. You want somebody to give you something. And all you're gonna get is the problem. That's it.
Come on. Man, people have asked again. I don't know if you want to give the secret. They asked, how did you get your gun license back? Like,
Like I say, the nigga we all love to hate,
come on,
Donald Trump.
come on.
That's how I got it back.
There you go. Come on, man. With that being said,
I
man,
got pardoned.
oh, please.
I got taken care of. I ain't did no snitching, no ratting. You ain't gonna find no paperwork on me. We can do a paperwork party whenever y'all niggas want to. But you ain't gonna find nothing on me.
Let's go. There might be bugs on the rest of you mugs, but ain't no bugs on me. Man, with that being said, man, you already know what it is, man. Prison Stories 101, man. Ice Gizzle. I want to make sure they follow you, man. If they haven't already followed you, if you can, go ahead and give them your handles again.
ICEGIZZLE. Ice Gizzle. Any platform you go to, my name gonna pop up. Or you can put in my government name, Nathaniel Wade. Either way, you know what I'm saying, I'm popping up. You go on YouTube, I'm on Real Life Street Stars, Prison Stories. I'm everywhere.
All the way through
You know what I'm
there.
saying? My music handle, Ice Gizzle as well, or King Nate. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere, any platform that's out there. Half of them I don't even know they exist, but I'm on them.
Come on, yeah.
You looking for me, I'm on
Your
it.
content has been sold and retold and uphold, all that, man. Your content's been moved around. So definitely, man, shout out Ice Gizzle, man. Once again, this is Prison Stories 101, man. I salute you.
Wow.
Lego.